Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Viaglo. If you are new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps. And I resell clothes and shit. That's exactly what I do. So today I am back with another 100% sell-through rate video. I personally love these styles of videos because it kind of gives you an insight of what sells the best, okay? But I actually already did one of these videos last month and I realized I would love to do this monthly. So this is my January 100% sell-through rate video. So let's just jump right into it. So like I said before, I've actually already done this video once, and of course that video has been over a span of time for those particular brands, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So that one will be linked down below if you have not watched it yet, just so you can get an idea what are my top 5 bread and butter brands, because why not? So of course I'm going to use the exact same criteria, which is how I found out about the brand, how many items did I source with that brand, the styles I've picked up, how long it took to sell, as well as the price point. Now I do believe that letting you guys know the price point is very important, because if I'm telling you guys that this brand has a 100% sell-through rate and I'm selling it for like $10, $15, like who wants to waste their time for $10, $15? I personally would, I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, these brands sell pretty well for me, so let's get into it. All right, so the first brand is gonna be Wild Fox. Now, I actually heard about this on a YouTube video, like I wanna say maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So when I saw it in the thrift store, I went on and picked it up, and I noticed that they sold. So I was just kind of like, interesting. So let me pick this up. I've only been able to pick up their sweaters. I picked up 2 different styles. One is like a style that they are known for, and then another one was just a very casual style. So it took them between 2 weeks all the way up until 3 months to sell. One took 2 weeks, the other took roughly 3 months, mainly because the price point of one of them, I actually had it listed pretty high, because during that time they were priced high in the, you know, resale market. So I was going off of market pricing, and of course I bumped it up by 20%. All right, so the price point that I sold these items at was between $26 all the way up until $38. Now, all right, so the next brand is Johnny Was. Now, I know that this brand is pretty much on everybody's list because Johnny Was sells for a really good price, like every single time. I actually saw this brand on YouTube by a few creators, and they talked highly of the brand, so I was just kind of like, interesting. I took note, and I was just kind of like, when I go out thrifting, I need to find this item. This is literally on my BOLO list. So when I found it, I was excited, and I didn't pick up one of those substantial pieces that a lot of people talk about. It was just kind of like a beach cover-up, very much so a Y2K Johnny Was piece. So I was kind of nervous on whether or not it would sell, but when it sold, and I was excited. So when I sourced it again and then again for the 3rd time, and it sold for the price that it did, I was like, oh my God. So like I said, I've been able to pick it up 3 different times, and 2 of them have been blouses. Another one has been a beach cover-ups. They've been able to sell within 1 day up until 1 week. So that just lets you know that they sell quick as hell. Well, my items did anyway. And the price point was $45 all the way up until $60. So that is the realm of it. All right, the next brand is a boutique brand, and it's called Judy Blue. Now, y'all, I've never heard of this by anybody. I just saw it in a thrift store, and I was like, this tag looks decent, so let me do a quick comp. I checked comps, and back then I wasn't really good at checking comps. I just went to Poshmark, typed in this brand, and saw the price point, and I just closed the app, and I was like, oh, I gotta get this. And during this particular time, it was actually 3 pairs of shorts, and I want to say that it was close to summertime, so it was a really good pickup then. So I picked all 3 of them up. I decided to keep a pair, sell the other 2, and I was just like, wow, these are getting a shit ton of attention. And at the time, I didn't price mine the way that I should have priced mine, because I priced mine on the lower spectrum, and that's where I fucked myself, because I could have made more money. But I digress. I've been able to sell 4 Judy Blue items. It was those 3 pairs of shorts, as well as another pair that I sourced recently. I actually sourced another pair of jeans some months ago, but since they were in my size, I decided to keep them. And honestly, y'all, I've realized that I know why people like Judy Blue. Like, she is forgiving AF, okay? So these have always been able to sell between 1 day all the way up until 2 weeks. So they're pretty quick sales for me. So this is definitely a brand that is gonna always be on my bread and butter list. So if you see Judy Blue out there in the wild, I suggest you pick it up because the girls love Judy Blue. All right, and my price point is between $18 all the way up until $35. Now this goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. I definitely priced mine on the lower spectrum, and I did not really take into account that this was a like hot commodity type of brand. All right, so now we move on to my 4th brand. Now this one is one that gets me a little excited when I source it, because in the beginning I did hear about this brand on YouTube, didn't think anything of it. I found my first piece and it sold within a few days, so I was just kind of like, interesting. And when I found the second piece, I ended up pricing this one a little bit higher, and when it sold for that higher price, I was like, bitch, what? So that got me excited. So I was just like, okay, this is definitely on my bread and butter, not even a bolo anymore. This is a bread and butter brand, and I've been having so much luck with it. I definitely heard about it on YouTube. I don't know the creator that talked about it, but I'm sure there's plenty of us that have spoke about this brand, and I've only been able to pick up 3 items from them. I've been picking up sweaters and then like base layer pieces, and you know, I just think that that is what they're known for, I'm gonna be completely honest. So it's gonna do well, especially during this time, because everybody is out there snowboarding, skiing, and all that fun winter shit. So you definitely want to have a lot of thick layers on. And if you didn't know, Smart Wool is actually made out of wool. So that's why the girls love it so much, because it's gonna keep you warm. I've been able to sell this brand from 1 to 4 days. So that really lets you know that the girls be on a hunt for Smart Wool. So if it is not on your bolo list, put it on your bolo list, because I'm telling you, you won't regret it. All right, last but not least, I already know I'm gonna butcher this name, so please don't laugh at me. And I wanna say that it's Arc'teryx. That's what I wanna say. I'll have to pop it on the screen. Y'all know, okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I actually never heard of this brand. I actually found out about it by a flip client, which was the craziest thing. I received their item, and of course, after I did like really quick research to give them a quote, I saw that this shit was going for a high dollar amount. So I was just kind of like, what? So I went on and listed that bad boy, and it sold for like $89. So yeah, and I was happy about that. So I found it again in the wild, and it sold quick as hell. So it usually is a fleece jacket or a sweater that is sold, and they've been able to sell between 3 days all the way up until 2 weeks for me, and we love to see that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. Please let me know down below if any of these brands are bread and butter brands for you, or are they on your bolo list. Make sure you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.